Alright, when solving multi-step equations, your first step is to simplify each side. So right now I'm going to box and circle, so my 5x, and I'm going to draw that line to show I'm just going to simplify the left side first. So I'm boxing the 5x and the x, that's really 5x plus 1x, which is 6x. I'm done with those, so I'll mark them off. And then I just bring down the plus 14. Now I've simplified the left side. Now I just need to simplify the right side. So I'm going to circle the negative 8, circle the plus 1, and maybe I'll put a triangle around the negative x. So negative 8 plus 1 is negative 7. So that took care of my integers, and then I just bring down the negative x. So now I'm done with the first step. So that was our first step. We simplified each side. Step 2, we want to move the variable to one side by adding or subtracting. So now we're on step 2. Let's check these off. So step 2, I can either move the negative x over there by adding or subtracting, or I can move the 6x over there by adding and subtracting. I want to go ahead and move the negative x, so the inverse of a negative x is a plus x, or a positive x. So I'm going to add x to both sides, and negative x plus x is nothing, so these cancel out, which is what I want. And 6x plus 1x is just 7x, and I bring down the plus 14. And what's left? Negative 7. So I'm done with step 2. Now I'm on step 3. And step 3 says to solve using order of operations backwards. So in other words, I'm doing PEMDAS. I write m over d, a over s, but I'm going in reverse. So that means I do add and subtract first. So I'm adding the 14, the inverse is subtracting 14. So I do that to both sides, and I get 7x equals negative 21. So I've done my add and subtract. Now I do my multiply and divide. So I'm multiplying by 7, so the inverse is divide by 7. So negative 21 divided by 7 is negative 3. So x equals negative 3. Now I'm done solving anyway, but the fourth step is going to be to check it by plugging it back in. So we want to make sure that it works. So back up to the very top, we had this equation, 5x plus 14 plus 1x equals negative 8 minus x plus 1. Well, I'm just going to plug into that, and I'll show that right here. So I'm going to write down 5. Instead of writing x, I'm going to write parentheses negative 3. I'm just plugging in this x value every time I see an x on the top equation. So these three spots. So 5 parentheses negative 3 plus 14 plus parentheses negative 3 equals negative 8 minus parentheses negative 3 plus 1. And I can really just type that in my calculator, but I'll show the work. So negative 15 plus 14 is negative 1. Negative 1 plus negative 3 should be negative 4 if you type that in. And then that's really negative 8 plus 3, which is negative 5. Negative 5 plus 1 is negative 4. So negative 4 equals negative 4. They check. So we have successfully done a multi-step equation. That's how you do it.